drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Cooking, your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. I don't try no.
Hello, welcome back to Interview with the Past. Today we have the most smartest, most wonderful, intelligent woman of history, Harriet Tubman. Now, Harriet Tubman was born a slave on Maryland's eastern shore. She became famous as a conductor on the Underground Railroad during the turbulence in 1850s. In 1849, she fled slavery, leaving her husband and family behind in order to escape. Despite leaving and never coming back, she returned to the South at least 19 times to lead her family and hundreds of other slaves of freedom via the Underground Railroad. Tubman also served as a spy, a nurse during the Civil War. Now, everybody, please give it up for my girl, Harriet Tubman. Hey, Sean, yeah, throw it up. Catch it, start it. Harriet, how are you, girl?
Oh, I'm doing well, child. I'm doing well.
Good. So, when were you born?
Well, I was born in 1822 in Dorchester County.
What month?
Oh, child, we don't count, child. You're right, girl.
Yeah, and it says here that you died on March 10, 1913.
Nigga, what?
Nothing. So Harriet, what made you run away?
Well, Master Evans was beating my ass every day. You know, when I got tired of it, because he wasn't treating me like I'm human. So one day, I grabbed my bandana and I ran. Nigga,
Did you feel sad about your family that you left behind?
Oh, of course. After I ran away and feeling my freedom, I keep repeating to myself, my people must go free. My people must go free.
Then what happened after?
Well, after that, I came back to the South 19 times.
Wow.
And I led my family and hundreds of other slaves to freedom by the Underground Railroad.
That's crazy. And it says here that whoever catches you will get a reward of $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, girl, that's like 2 cars.
Cars? Boy, I could have bought Africa.
My girl Harriet, funny, bro. So tell me about your contribution to the Civil War.
Well, I served as a scout, a spy, and a nurse for 3 years.
Wow, 3 years. You're a strong woman, you know that?
Yeah, I'm alright, you know what I'm saying?
Well, last question. Do you know that you might be on the $20 bill in the future?
What? You for real? You for real?
Yep, look at this.
Who they replacing?
President Andrew Jackson. Yeah.
That bull owned my cousin Tata. But you got one of them 20s?
Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Please give it up for Harriet Tubman one more time.
Drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Cooking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something.
Due to the addition of the new Western Region territories, tension arose between anti-slavery and pro-slavery advocates. In addition to this, the Missouri Compromise was formed so that the areas south of 3630 were allowed to have slaves, so both states were satisfied. Thus came along the Compromise of 1850, in which allowed California to be entered in as a free state as long as the North could enforce the fugitive state laws more strictly. This was decided by popular sovereignty. Popular sovereignty was a doctrine in which the people decided the nature of their government, this being whether it was determined as a free state or a slave state. This compromise was a temporary fix to calm the tension between both the North and the South, but this concluded inoperative when violence erupted in Kansas. Pro-slavery and anti-slavery advocates rushed to Kansas to influence the decision, but quickly turned violent as both sides fought for control. A memorable fight in the event of Bleeding Kansas was when John Brown attacked Harper's Ferry in order to capture supplies and use them in the rebellion. The idea of slavery began way back in the 1600s. African American slaves were being brought over to help up the production of cash crops, such as cotton and tobacco. Centuries later, the evolution of slavery grew along with the westward expansion. More slaves were being used and sold more often, and this caused the abolition movement in the North, as they opposed slavery. As a Northerner, slavery is a crime. What power do we have as fellow citizens to own another person, to take away their rights, and to treat them like property? African Americans, Indians, Asians, foreigners, whites, under our skin we are all made up of the same things. But why do we still treat another like they are less of a person? Slavery should be banned because I feel that none of us have the power to choose someone's role or future, and to try and play the role of God to control, own, and bend another's life to our own will is inhumane in itself.
Good evening to all. Just a few hours ago, Nathaniel Turner, a black slave also known as Nat Turner, started a violent slave rebellion here in Southampton County, Virginia. Nat and others who decided to join him frightened the whites tremendously in the South. There were about 16 supporters who joined Nat Turner. This black slave is said to be a religious leader and self-styled Baptist minister. This rebellion is said to be one of the largest rebellions ever to take place in America. Turner's main objective was to project alarm and fear. The rebellion caused plenty of fear around the small area of Virginia that the governor received demands for men and goods to put down. A total of 57 whites were murdered and 120 blacks were killed. What has been said by the town that later today, Nat Turner and the followers that had joined him in this rebellion will be killed because of the revolt and how violent it was. Here is a fellow American who had come across this tragedy earlier today. How do you feel after the violent rebellion had occurred?
Absolutely terrified. I feel as if I'm in danger without knowing it. I constantly look around my surroundings to make sure my family and I are safe. I don't even understand why these blacks had to have a violent rebellion. We feed them, we provide a roof over their head, and much more. All they do is run our errands.
Do you feel as if this rebellion happened due to the way you whites treat them?
In all honesty, no, I do not. This rebellion could have gone a much different route. They just chose a violent path.
Okay, thank you so much for your appreciation. Thank you for listening, and come back later on for more.
Today, March 20th, 1852, the new book Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe has been published. According to Stowe, she wrote this book in reaction to the tightened fugitive slave laws. The book shows the hardship slaves have to go through by introducing a family of slaves, with Uncle Tom being the main character. His journey through the tragic adventure will surely show the readers what slaves go through and have some sort of impact. The Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854 was just passed by the U.S. Congress. This act is allowing the states to decide whether they want to be a free state or a slave state by popular sovereignty. This is completely destroying the Missouri Compromise, which states that the line dividing the United States decides whether incoming states are free states or slave states. This will surely make a big impact on the United States. How will the states react to this?